Today I'm using Gemini and Sora 2 to figure out which one is better at turning iconic SpongeBob scenes into full-on horror. Some of these are probably going to be insanely cursed, but let's do this. So the first clip we're remaking is already creepy on its own, so let's hop straight into it.
Even the spiders are fake! I wish something would pop out of a closet. Like a big hairy hand. That would be scary.
Okay, so that is the first clip we're trying to remake, and honestly, this one is perfect for horror. Let's head straight over to ChatGPT, because I'm going to use it to help me write the prompt.
Give me a prompt to help me remake this video, but horror.
And I'm also going to drag in a screenshot of the first frame so it can really understand the vibe. So ChatGPT just gave me the prompt back, and now let's paste it into Gemini. I did have to tweak the prompt a little bit for copyright reasons, but here's the final result.
Even the spiders are fake! I wish something would pop out of a closet, like a big, hairy hand.
Okay, I was definitely expecting something a little different. First of all, the atmosphere is creepy, I'll give it that, but it doesn't really capture the vibe of the original. Patrick looks like the final boss of some underwater horror movie. And what is even going on with SpongeBob? Why is he covered in some kind of slime? This whole scene is so over the top, so ugly, and so aggressively creepy that it honestly just becomes funny. I think I'll give Gemini a 5 out of 10 for this clip. But let's move right on to Sora. So we're on Sora 2, and I've already put together our clip. Again, I had to tweak the wording a bit so it wouldn't infringe too much on copyrighted characters, but I hope it still captures the same scene with that same sense of horror. Let's watch the video.
Even the spiders are fake. I wish something would pop out of a closet like a big hairy hand.
Hey, what did I just watch? Okay, that was actually really good. It's a completely different approach. The whole scene feels much more cinematic and unsettling. The characters are simpler and more stylized, but the lighting, the corridor, and the facial expressions feel much more controlled. It looks less like a random AI nightmare and more like a real animated horror short film. Honestly, Sora definitely wins the first round. I'd give this clip an 8.5 out of 10. But let's move right on to the next video. Okay, I'm actually super excited for this one because this scene is already chaotic, and turning it into horror should be completely cursed. Now we're back on Gemini, and this is the prompt we gave it. Let's test out the video. Hey, what was that? SpongeBob and Squidward, what happened to you guys? The scene ended up being more funny than scary. I think I'll give Gemini a 3 out of 10. It's cursed, but not in a good way. So let's move right on to Sora. So I'm proposing the same idea again for Sora, the iconic underwater scene from the cartoon, but reimagined as a dramatic horror scene. Let's see how this turns out.
Who's out there?
Don't answer.
No!
She's coming in.
Hey, what's going on? Okay, this isn't what I wanted, but it turned out pretty scary. It really felt like psychological horror. The eerie background music and rapid cuts deserve credit. But look what Sora did to the characters. They don't look anything like the originals. Squidward turned out to be, well, downright cute in this scene. And SpongeBob seems to have gotten married too. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Let's move right on to the next clip. I have high hopes for it.
Not creepy nursery rhyme music!
Okay, this clip is going to be amazing in the horror genre. So, we're back to Gemini. I put in the effort and wrote a very precise prompt. So this time, I hope this AI can deliver a good result. Let's watch the video.
Not creepy nursery rhyme music.
Okay, so things were going well at first. Gemini captured Squidward pretty accurately, but Patrick, he really does look like a kid. And it seems like in this scene, Squidward is the one scaring Patrick, not the other way around. Why does Squidward jump out the window at the end? I don't remember that happening in the original. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. Over to Sora. I did have to tweak the prompt here to get past the copyright filter, but let's see what we got back. Wow, okay, I actually got goosebumps for a second. The room looks dark and atmospheric. My favorite part was when little Patrick's face appears. But then Squidward breaks down the door and runs away from there. I would have done the same if I were in his shoes. What on earth is going on in Sora's head? Honestly, this is the most unsettling thing I've seen all week, so I'm giving it an 8 out of 10. Sora wins the third round. Now let's move on to the fourth scene. When I first saw this scene, it really gave me the creeps.
Meow. Meow, meow, ah! Meow. Meow, meow.
This is perfect material for a horror movie. Let's see what happens next. First up, Gemini. The previous result wasn't bad. I hope this one will be even better.
Meow.
The scene turned out neither scary nor interesting, and the editing is terrible. SpongeBob looks more like a processed cheese sandwich than a terrifying creature. For some reason, Gemini can't make a truly scary scene, and that frustrates me. My rating, 2 out of 10. Sora, let's begin.
A few moments later.
Meow. Meow. Meow.
Bro, this is starting to look more like a scene from a horror movie. SpongeBob's face peeking through the window is a real nightmare. I wouldn't want to be Squidward right now for anything. The texture on the screen looks insane. I'd give this clip a 7 out of 10. Sora definitely wins this round. The final scene.
Around. Except my glove light. Ah, that's better. This isn't your average everyday darkness. This is advanced darkness.
SpongeBob stands alone in the dark, holding a glowing flashlight. This is the most cinematic shot in the history of SpongeBob, and I'm really curious to see what the AI will do with it. Gemini, let's see.
I think I have a flashlight somewhere. Oh no, it's failing! I can hear them. They're getting closer. I have to run!
Okay, Gemini did a pretty good job. It turned out a little scary and funny. SpongeBob looks exactly like he does in the original. I especially liked how he ran away at the end. 8 out of 10. Sora, the last video in the compilation. Please hit the like button before we watch it.
Just the water. You gotta go. No.
Yo! Okay, SpongeBob looks really scared. It turned out less scary and more funny. The way he crashed into the wall at the end is really funny. I don't know how Sora manages to make such cinematic scenes. I'll give it a 7 out of 10. So overall, Sora 2 wins in the horror category, but some of these works were truly cursed, and I wasn't ready for that. Let me know in the comments which AI scared you the most. And if you want to see more interesting experiments with AI, subscribe to the channel.